Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I used to go watch them, and then the last time I went to watch them, I think I was in my early 20s. It was me, two of my brothers, my cousin, and a bunch of friends. And us grown ass men decided, let's go to the ice cream truck. I think we got some popsicles or some shit. And then we got those those light up swords?
Yeah.
Kids get from one of them trucks that are overpriced. On the way back to the car, got on a patch of lawn, just started sword fighting. I think every single one of us broke the swords. My brother tripped
after one swing.
Just it was fun though. And then we left. I think that's the last time I went to the fireworks. As far as no, I'm lying. I went I went to the drag strip out here, Lebanon Valley Dragway. For it's called Night of Fire, and actually it's coming up. Not a sponsor, but can be. And we can work on some things. You could let me and my brother get in there for free and race. Stuff like that. My father too. But anyway, those are probably some of the best fireworks I've ever seen. Because we were sitting where we were sitting, I was towards the end of the track, up on this hill. And then where they were doing the fireworks was literally right there. So it was just those look awesome. There for the cars more, so 100%, but those just look awesome.
I'm at that age now where I'm yelling out the window, "Stop fucking lighting fireworks! You're scaring my dog."
Well, you know what it is.
It's 9 o'clock at night. Damn it.
It's 6:30. We're trying to enjoy supper. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? But no, you know what though? With that, man, I hate that they legalize them. Chaos, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you popping in here, man. I hate that they legalize them because I feel like if you legalize them, you should have them. They should be used in sanctioned areas. They should not be able to be used in fucking neighborhoods. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's reckless. It's stupid. It's annoying because, again, you have neighbors or people who are just, I don't know if they have jobs or not, but they're shooting them fireworks off like they fucking don't. I don't know how you got it if you don't, but I'm like, yo, there's no reason why you need to be shooting these off.
2 weeks before 4th of July, too.
No,
they burn out all their fireworks. They burn out their fireworks
before 2
the
weeks
holiday.
after.
Yeah. Monday, it'd be August 14th. Like, yo, this is enough. I hate that shit. And I'll say this. Seeing as how they do these fireworks and all this other shit, right? We should have the 4th and the 5th should be off for everybody. Why? And then after the 5th, you get rid of all them fucking fireworks.
Yeah.
All right. Because people are shooting them off all fucking night anyway. It's like, okay, listen, we're going to sleep in. But if people are shooting them off after that, lock them up. I don't give a fuck.
Lock them up.
I don't know. I got a cousin that he's real deal. He firing off fireworks like he's a professional and stuff. So we'll give him leniency, and he's listening into this program. So we don't mean you.
No.
They might, but I don't.
My thing is, the 4th, I get it, fine. Maybe even the 5th and the 6th. But then when it's when it's weeks later and it's every day of the fucking week, it's like, come on now, man. Like, people do, even if you don't have to get up for work, I don't want to hear that shit all fucking night.
Yeah, I don't want to decide if it's how many licks it takes to find out if it's a gunshot or not. I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that too. It's all that.
Days after
you're waiting for a hear ambulance and sirens and shit afterwards.
But that's not why we're here, people.
No.
The 4th is coming up. So, we had to talk about that. But we're here to discuss a movie. And we are going to be honest with our opinions about this film. 100% honest. We don't lie about that stuff. You can't lie about that stuff because it's not the right thing to do. What the movie we're about to discuss is...
And real quick, I know certain white people under pressure will lie just so they don't think they're racist or something. But I'll be honest. I'll tell you my true feelings about this movie.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord!
Don't get too true now, James.
No, I didn't bring that up. I didn't bring that up because I'm saying I'm going to go racist here.
Oh man, let me do this right though. Let me do this right for you guys because episode 498, Memory Lane. Of course, it's Nas. Link is in the description. Go check it out after the episode. But diving into Ganja and Hess. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It wasn't too long in this movie, and I wanted to climb out of that fucking pool.
Long and boring.
Yes. It didn't feel, for me, it didn't feel like horror. It didn't really seem like a vampire movie. And then you already know how I feel about vampire movies, James.
Yeah, I know. I knew. I was watching. I was like, yeah, Aaron's gonna hate this thing.
I was confused on the initial start. Because it kind of explains, like, in the beginning what's happening. So I kind of thought that part already happened. And this guy was already a vampire. And he was already leading this dude into, like, certain doom. Not that he wasn't a vampire yet. You know, it kind of... It was just a goofy-ass movie. You know, and I thought it was weird that the dude... This is, like, just an observation. The dude... taking a bath and then like brushing his teeth.
Thank you.
In the tub and then rinsing his mouth off in his own dirty.
Yeah, like it's one because I'm like, okay, you see people take a shower and brush their teeth at the same time just to get shit done, but it's like you're not sitting in that shower water and fucking rinsing your mouth out, dipping your toothbrush in it, rinsing your mouth. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm telling you guys right now, before you even ask, that is not a black thing.
Yeah, please don't ask shit like that.
That's not a black thing. I don't know what the fuck that was. That's just that guy. That's just him. That's his own thing.
That guy. I mean,
and
Brian, ironically, the director of the movie.
That's his thing. That's only his thing. The rest of us don't do that. Don't claim that. That's not. No, that's one. What's good, Brian? How's it going? We're all doing pretty good. Hope you are too. Thanks for dropping in.
So I was confused in the beginning. Like, I didn't even understand how the fuck he became a vampire until a little after that. I figured, I was like, oh, the fucking, the assistant guy stabbed him with that fucking dagger thingy.
Yeah.
It was like a ritual because they're having these weird flashbacks. There's like these skips and I'm getting confused because I'm losing my place. I'm like, what's going on? Where are we now? Are we back yet? Where this cheating? She's like, this bitch is worried about her husband's missing, but she's fucking cheating on him.
Yeah,
you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Like, comes over and takes over the whole damn mansion and shit.
Yo, is it just me or was she a bitch to that fucking waiter of the servant? He didn't do nothing. Why was she a bitch?
I thought when he let her down into the cellar that's when she was going to get big business, but she didn't get the business I was looking for at that particular moment or whatever.
Yeah, I was hoping the butler was going to kill her or something. Yeah.
I don't understand the introduction because if you're going to have an introduction like that, if you're going to force me to like read some shit, you're basically telling me I don't have to. You're going to be already where we need to be at in the movie. So I didn't get that part. So then they kind of reenacted what we just read. So that was a waste of time. Then. What was up with the dude with like the masquerade mask earlier in the movie? I didn't get what was going on with that either.
No.
For me,
I don't know either.
It just felt like a lot of shit was just thrown together. I mean, there could have been a deeper meaning to a lot of this, but it was one of those things where it was like, it was so uninteresting. You couldn't even really grasp onto whatever the meaning was for this film because it just lost my interest within the first 20 minutes.
I guess he's a vampire, but he's trying to force himself to live a normal life still. I guess that's the gif of this shit. But it's hard to fight he's drinking the blood, but then this woman comes in and he falls for her. They're like, she basically forces herself on him. He didn't even like her. She was like saying shit to him. He was like, that's rude. That's a rude question. That's a rude question. I was like, bitch, get out of my house. But he liked it. I think he liked how he talked.
It was so fucking weird. Like, remember earlier in the movie where the guy just kept repeating what he was saying over and over and over. What the fuck was he saying? Cunt or cut? And he just kept saying the same shit over. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I would have choked that dude out in that conversation and stuff. He's like, he said fantastic like 3 too many times for me. I'm like, shit, ain't nothing that damn fantastic. I would have choked him out. Full disclosure.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that was, it was a dude from Night of the Living Dead. So that's one thing.
Oh yeah, it was.
So that was the dude, and the heavier set woman in the beginning, out in the field or whatever. That was Mabel King. So that's what's happening. You know, the mom from the job. So that was something.
Yeah, but
before we went on it, before you showed up, Trevor, I told Aaron, did you know Spike Lee made a remake of this? I mean, Troy, did you know that Spike Lee made a remake of this?
No.
And he changed the title. I forgot. It's love or
Malcolm X.
Love. Yeah. Remake of Ganja. I'm going to look it up because I think it's Love and something.
Did it go mainstream or was it like an independent type deal or what was it?
Sweet Blood of Jesus, directed by Spike Lee in 2014.
Huh.
I
might have to add that to the assignment list just to see
if it was better.
It has to be better.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, how can it not be better?
Like I did, like I
with Ganja and Hess. I didn't even know what the hell I was getting ready to watch when you told me.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, me too. I was like, who is Ganja and which one's Hess? I'm like, who names their kid after fucking Ganja? Like the name of a fucking weed. Like, yo, you got that Ganja?
There's a child where I grew up. His name like Pepsi Cola marijuana something. So it's possible.
What the
Pepsi Cola marijuana?
That's serious. And I verified this with somebody like a couple of weeks ago. And
they
said
this person actually
this, and they work for the University of Wisconsin Whitewater, my old college. So, yeah,
that's
you think there's a last name out there, Meth, and they have a daughter, Crystal?
You're hoping so.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
That's just wild.
But I do respect like what they're trying to like. I'm sure they said they did here. But I like the cultural aspect of it, kind of. Like, it was different. It was like a normal vampire movie. He wasn't like out of control, like fucking, like a horror movie. It didn't seem like a horror movie. It was more like a documentary in the life of a vampire. Like he'll go with, like he had the woman there. He goes out. He's like, I'll be back. He takes a car ride. He goes to that hooker with the baby.
Was that a hooker with a baby, or was that like his woman with a woman that had a baby and he killed her?
He just left the baby by itself. I thought it was just like, hey, I went there. I thought it was like a hooker or something. I don't know.
I don't know because
I could be wrong.
I think that chapter was called "Letting Go," so I was wondering maybe he's like closing ties with whoever he has a relationship with at that point, so he can get.
Oh, maybe I didn't even think about. I forgot about their name in the chapters.
But then again, I'm looking at it way too deep for this movie.
maybe not. I have no clue. Again, because it sucks when a movie takes you out of it. Like when you're watching it, it's just like I'm watching it, and then it almost feels like a chore. Like I'm getting ready to review this, so I have to watch this. But it's just like there's nothing that really there's nothing I liked about it. Besides, there's the ritual thing, like with that, cool. But you could have still told the story better. You could have made it way more entertaining.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to do the kind of, documentary style music, documentary style type of thing.
He was just a normal dude that just drank blood.
I'm not even too mad at that at first, but I wish it would have evolved into something more.
Yeah, you want to see somebody like tear into somebody's neck or something like that. Yeah. You know, it has to be a scene like that. You know, and
something.
And you can
if someone just watches, they won't even know it's a vampire movie.
The blood looked like they were drinking V8 juice. I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a low budget, but I'm sure whatever it took for them to make this movie, they probably took the same budget they used to make Godzilla -1. Anyway, but
I don't know about that. They should have used that budget. Borrowed some money from Tyrone or something, but this was just bad.
I did not like the woman at all. She was started getting annoying to me.
Yeah, she was a
how
pain.
She talking. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I just was so certain that she was going to just wind up just like missing in the movie in the first like 3 minutes of just talking to her that I was just really disappointed in his selection of women after this and stuff. You know,
no,
I mean,
she's not right for you,
vampire. Man. You're already cursing. You're gonna invite this into your household. So yeah.
Speaking of, she finds the husband in the freezer. She comes up at dinner time. I know you killed my husband. All pissed off, leaves. He's just sitting there chilling, still having his wine. Oh fuck. Yeah. He's just chilling. She comes back, sits next to him. It still stays with him. Like, okay. Guess you really didn't care that much.
Looked at that mansion. You know, you already got.
Yeah, I know that's what it was. The money. Yeah, she was like,
when he first showed up, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm the doctor," and they both like laughing. That was an uncomfortable scene. That was like a 2-minute scene. It seemed like they were both like standing so far apart. I'm like, okay, we get it. That was. It was
just a lot of weird scenes.
It was just
even the sex scenes were weird.
It was. It's like this whole movie was weird, and not even like the fun way, the weird that we all love and enjoy with horror, which is weird movies in general. This was just like a weird, to me, bad storytelling. Way too much fucking music. Way too much fucking music. I feel like it took away because I feel it took away because it wasn't really. Like when you hear music in certain movies, I'll tell you, especially in black movies, it's telling a story. Mm-hmm. Between the music and the scene, and I feel like with this was just like, let's just throw some music here. Mm-hmm. Let's just have a scene here. It'll be a sex scene or just a scene of just fucking staring at each other or fucking eating or drinking or some other dumb shit, and let's just throw some music over. And it was always the same music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why isn't this telling me a story? Why isn't this like? It was so disappointing.
I don't know. It might be better if I get to watch it like in Dolby surround sound because I had a hard time understanding and listening to some of that dialogue too.
I think it was just the sound quality, honestly.
That too. It was like that you're like trying to pay attention. You're like, what did he just say? Like what?
Mm-hmm. I mean, didn't it seem like it was like there was some important shit that we spoke or should have been learning when they were kind of like walking out to the car in the beginning? It was like all three dudes are like having a conversation. I did not understand one damn word that was going on.
At all. Nope. Like, you couldn't have the fucking... You couldn't have the people talking as loud as that damn music was. Anytime that music was out, it was loud as shit.
Way too loud.
Why? It doesn't need to be that loud.
Because they probably know the storyline wasn't good, so they were trying to drown it out.
But I guess, man, I don't know. Let's rate this really quick though.
Oh Jesus! And
what is it, James? Your rating?
2.
Oh, that's a 2.
Yeah, I guess 2. I'll be nice. I think.
Wow. I'm gonna give it a half a star because I'm gonna give them credit for at least giving it a go. But this movie's inconsistent. It doesn't make any damn sense. Your highlight is the Night of the Living Dead dude and Mabel King, mom from The Jerk, and what's happening. Outside of that, if you got dishes to wash or do some housework, don't watch this. Don't have it on in the background either. All you gotta do is just piss yourself off.
Watching your clothes dry is more entertaining.
All you do is piss yourself off.
Anything's better than this shit.
I'm actually gonna give this one a 0. I did not like this movie. I will never tell you not to watch a movie. That's just not how I roll. But this is a definite watch at your own risk, and don't blame Sturdy if you watch it. Because I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Not to diss our intelligence, but you think this is a movie for the type of those like really smart people? Like who are into like film and everything? You know what I'm talking about? Like people who go to college for film.
I'm not even going to give it that because there was really, again, you could barely hear the dialogue.
Yeah. I think they were trying to stretch. I see what you're saying though, James, because there was a lot of talk in the beginning about the insignificance of being of man in the world. Yeah. Do everything else as far as the sun, the water, just everything else. And we're like basically the last thing on this earth we ain't worth shit. It's basically what the whole compass of where the direction they were going earlier. But I don't even think a smart person after they're reading the story, they'll be a smart person will be wondering why did I just read this just to see the shit, and why are they drinking V8 juice, and why are they getting sick from it, and why didn't this guy just turn into a vampire, but we didn't see no scene of him strutting or veins pulsating or any damn thing.
Nothing vampiric, if that's even a word. If it's not, it is now. George, what's up? Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, even when he turned the woman, when he killed her, he stabbed her with the thing. She had a dream, like, I had a dream you stabbed me. He was playing it off. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, here, lay down. Here, drink this. He just ignores everything. He's just like, okay, lay down. But it kind of showed her transforming, like she was tired. Until he finally gave her the blood. Then she was like, oh. Then for a split second, she's like, what'd you do to me? But then she accepts it, like she did with the dead body.
Yeah.
She gets mad for like 1 second. Then she's like, okay, I'm back.
I was overreacting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was overreacting. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Sorry.
This isn't real life.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's fucking nonsense. Like I said, the reason I gave it a 2, I think is I give it credit for being different on the vampire take. I'm saying the cultural point, like the dagger, like they turned a sacred ritual dagger. They turned into a vampire by a dagger. Nothing can kill him except for the dagger. He killed himself at the end. I still don't understand why he did. He had it made. Oh yeah, he went to church.
Yeah,
and he had like a awakening or something, like he shouldn't be here. He's like, I shouldn't be walking the earth. I'm a fucking
he's
demon.
He's a doctor that lives in a mansion. He can figure that shit out eventually.
Yeah.
As far as we know, he's been going through this scenario for like about a week and stuff. He just wasn't a very determined individual. That's all I gotta say. I mean, at least put a month into it.
I know.
He try and figure shit out. If he's this doctor, obviously he's making a lot of coin. He's living in a damn mansion. You could come up with some type of antidote or something.
I know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes. But no, he goes home. I see Jesus, blah blah, kills himself. And then the girl just sits there, like, what the fuck? Call ambulance come. That was a weird question the ambulance guy said. What did he say? Because it's like no question, like no cops. Like, it was just, he just looked up, he goes, oh, you said your husband was ill, like mentally or something, like he was like going through something because he killed himself. She was like, yeah. He was like, okay. He drops a clipboard on his dead body and just picks up the gurney and he's like going. I'm like, what the fuck you put that in there for? There's no reason to put that line in there for that guy. It's useless.
Just throw something, man. Throw something in. Yeah, man. You promised me some lines.
This movie is so confusing. I mean, I have my logbook, and on the bottom it says, "Is it okay? You hate?" Then it has sections like, "Is it too long? Boring?" I had so many check marks: boring, too long, don't like, other. Wrote something there. I had the most check marks of me not liking this thing
in a while
I ever wrote on that book, except for Blood Lake, where
technically you can't say that though, because you just got the book like the end of last year, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Blood Lake's not in it. That's right. I got it after Blood Lake. Blood Lake would have been fucking world record. It would have had everything checked. That I would have put I would have put garbage. Trash.
The other side of the door. Starting foreign horror next week, by the way.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
Which I'm excited for, and I'm actually, now I can tell you guys, now that it's here. So what I'm actually going to, I'm going to try to do, but what I'm going to do is, I'm going to figure out where the movie's from that week or that same Thursday, order some food from that nationality restaurant, order something from there, have that, and watch the movie. Just have some fun with it, have a little fun with the culture stuff, and just watching, hopefully, an awesome international horror movie. Hopefully. But we're at least going to that. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a fun time. And that's actually going to be from, because you guys might have been doing these themes, and they've been monthly themes, but that's actually going to be from, that's July and August, Traveling with Search 30. And that's going to be something that's going to be sticking around, because I love foreign horror movies, and I know there's a lot of people out there that love foreign horror movies, so that's going to be something. That's when we're going to do the foreign horror movies on Horror Research 30 is July and August. 8 movies, 8 weeks. Maybe here and there, double it up. Not promising that yet, but right now, 8 movies, 8 weeks, 8 different places to eat. Hopefully, you guys join in the fun too. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, man, if you can, maybe once or twice, join in the fun. Have that, maybe it'll make the movie better. I don't know. I'll test it for you guys. Maybe feel like if I eat the nationality of this, I'm eating this with this movie.
That'd be fucked up. You don't like the food, so you start hating the movie. You're like, you and your fucking food. Fuck this movie.
Shitty movie. That's gonna be rough. And I'm going to be honest with my reviews for the food and the movie. And I'm gonna tell you this: if I don't like the food, I'm not gonna bash the restaurant. I'm not even gonna mention the restaurant. If I do like the food, I will recommend the restaurant, just because it's local. And yeah, I will do that. But if it's not good, I'm not gonna recommend. I'm not even gonna mention the restaurant because I don't want to do that. Maybe I just don't like it. But if the movie's not good, oh fuck, you already gonna know about that. You'll know. But again, I'm excited for that. I can't freaking wait. That's gonna be a fun journey. Because there's been a lot of great ones we've watched over the years, James.
Yep.
But yeah. What's your oh, go ahead.
Real quick about the ending, Aaron. They threw that in there just for you. The whole movie, sex scenes and everything, they showed one titty and a butt. But at the end, they had to show the dude running full frontal nude. His shit just swinging back and forth.
Yo, you know what made that shit worse is it's like he was running at you. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
I was like, I gotta turn this off.
I was like, there was like 4 sex scenes in this movie. Nothing. You're going to show it at the end, running at the screen, at the camera, and just swinging, hitting off legs, off the thighs.
Anyways,
I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
He's hanging out. I'm like, "What the? Put that away, man!"
Oh man!
Like, yo, what am I supposed? Oh man,
that shit made me laugh.
The
first thing I popped, I was like, "Oh, that one's for Aaron."
No, that wasn't for me.
I mean, again, it's just
movie's trash.
Yeah,
say, guys.
I enjoyed it, watching it in a sense. So it was something that you can collectively communicate with other people about. But outside of that, there's other choices. I mean, but look at the bright side. At least I found something that I liked less than Monkey Man. So there we go.
That's the case. You're welcome.
No, I'm just. If
but I'll say this to you. I'll say this to you. And big shout out. We love you. But that same person that had you watch Monkey Man had us watch this shit. Love you, Mick. But yeah. In fairness, I don't know the last time he has watched this movie. In all fairness, I will say that. But this was yeah.
There's so many other movies cultural from that time frame, going 70, 75 or whatever. There's way better, way entertaining, way more entertaining, I mean, whether action or even comedy or whatever. Hell, I mean, part of my childhood is growing up on some of those movies and stuff from the 70s, like Richard Pryor, stuff like that,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
World and Which Way Is Up and, and stuff like that, and the Shaft movies and things like that. So, I mean, I just think this is just one of those cultural movies that I watched it because I was really pulling for it to be something else that I might have overlooked in my life, but nah.
Same here, man. I'm just like, I was hoping it was good. I was like, how dope it would be to have a really dope, different kind. I mean, just because, again, with the cultural stuff, what you were saying, or what James was saying, to have an awesome black serious vampire film, and then you add in the cultural aspect of it, maybe even make it a little different of how they become vampires and all that. And no, they didn't do that. I don't know what the fuck this was.
It was explained better in Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah, facts.
I actually liked that. Was way better.
I mean, and it's going back to, if you guys don't, to the listener, to the viewer, we reviewed this movie last week. If you haven't seen it, you should go ahead and check it out. But Vampire in Brooklyn, it just makes me appreciate that movie way more. I mean, again, I appreciate it way more than I originally saw it back in the 90s or whenever it was. I just think it was really a really good put together movie for what it was. I mean, granted, it dealt with a little more violence in for like the true horror fans, a little more gore and things like that. But I mean, I thought it was a pretty cohesive story for the most part.
My biggest complaint was how he looked at the end.
Yeah,
he looked like wooden, kind of. I'm like, just keep the same look.
Yeah,
but I know what they were trying to do. Like they were trying to make it look scary and all that stuff, but it just didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
they're trying to do the original Dracula thing, because I think in Dracula, the same thing. He had stages. Like he had his normal, good looking, get the girl, then the normal, the eyes just change, and he gets the fangs. But then he had that at the end where the face crinkles a little bit. But then when the final battle, he turns into like a full blown, like with wings and shit, ugly as hell.
Way better looking than what Eddie Murphy had to roll out.
True, that's true. But they're trying to, I think that's what they're going with, because they're like, oh, final form, he's supposed to be the strongest. Even though the final form, that's when they get their ass kicked. He was beating the shit out of everybody when he was going around normal.
Pretty.
Yeah. I mean, is there another black vampire movie out there besides Black?
Blade. Bones.
But
Blade.
I mean, still outside
Bones.
We know he's a vampire, but do we really consider that a vampire movie because he's more of a hero in that versus?
Yeah, good point.
He's still a vampire though. He's just not bad. Yeah, but I mean,
I also think that's an action. I don't consider that as horror either, though.
No, me neither. But damn,
I mean, I guess you'd have to say Bones then.
The one that started it all off for Marvel, if you really think about it, it's the Blade. That first movie, specifically the opening sequence, was a badass. That was a badass damn movie, dude.
Yeah,
that's something I haven't seen.
I went to the theaters and seen it.
Oh wow!
Me and my friend was the only one there.
Wow! But that bloodbath sequence was bad.
Yeah,
then just awesome. Even in part 2, there was obviously a lot of CGI and the special effects, but still some of those was kind of like slowed down and sped up real quick and stuff. And some of the fight sequences was pretty damn cool too.
So.
Yeah.
Didn't also a new movie on Netflix came out, Vampires? It was like Day Shift or something.
Jamie Foxx. That wasn't a bad movie.
But he wasn't a vampire though. Does that count as a black vampire movie?
He was a vampire. Vampire.
He was a hunter.
Vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good. I like that.
Because I guess,
didn't mind it though.
Then you got to kind of throw it in the same boat with Blade. Then, so I guess Blade would.
Yeah, good point.
One thing I did not like about the Day Shift movie was Snoop Dogg being in it. I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah, true.
I only watched it one time, so I can't remember. I probably didn't even really bother me too much, but again, I don't remember. But really quick, so I did look this up for next week's movie. This one right here. It is Mumbai, India. So,
okay.
Indian food next week, and I'm just letting you guys know. For anyone that wants to partake, get that Indian food next week. It's either going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. We're not 100% sure yet, but I will let you guys know. But when the schedule's out. Yeah, I can't wait. I wish this fucking movie was good though, man. Like, I wish this movie was good, just to have that conversation. Because it was.
No, I was really looking forward to it throughout the day. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking.
Me too.
In it, I thought, well, I mean, it's from the '70s and stuff, so I assumed that I'd probably have like a good soundtrack somewhere in there. Something that's like I at least listen to. I might want to pick up a few songs, maybe download them or something. I thought it would have a little more. I think it kind of had the cultural aspect. The doctor, the doctor in the mansion, the millionaire. I thought that was cool. It could have been just something just like straight up in the ghetto somewhere. So that would have been. I mean, so I think they really tried. I mean, this movie, I did read a little bit on it. They did say that it got like decent reviews. It was at Cannes and stuff 10,000 years ago, and it got some. I don't know what the people were on. Maybe the 8 people were there that week.
It was the 70s, so they're on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but life goes on. I'm never recommending movie. I'm gonna recommend people to watch the show. That's top bitching about this show, but I ain't gonna tell them to see this movie.
Oh, I definitely recommend checking out Horror Research 30. Highly recommend.
I'll never watch this movie again.
Oh no.
I'm slightly curious about Spike Lee's version, but because this movie is so bad, and if it's anything like it, I don't know if I even want to go attempt it.
I would like to watch it and revisit the conversation about it just to see compare the two. I'd be 100% down for that.
May have to, seeing as how he said that, we may have to make that.
That might be the only way I'll be able to do it.
May have to make that a thing. May have to make that a thing.
Blood of Jesus or something.
Just to see if it's any better, hopefully. Because Spike Lee is great. So it's like, I feel like it almost has to be better.
10 years ago, I've never heard of this movie. I usually hear about almost every Spike Lee movie that comes out.
True.
Yeah. I neither. I see that when I was looking up this movie earlier, it popped up. It said Spike Lee remake 2014. I was like, wait, what? But he changed the title and shit. I was like, is that count? You count that, or aren't you supposed to keep the same?
I mean,
shit.
Usually, you would think.
Maybe he just wanted to get away from that damn title because he was like, that
watch it. You go in, there's a totally different movie. The people's names are different. It's not even. It has
you do with titles and stuff. We had Superman 2, and they came out with the same movie and called it Spider-Man 2. So, anyways.
Oh shit!
I mean, the premise is still there. It's all the same, the same damn thing.
Oh my gosh, man! Fuck.
Yeah,
and this doesn't help my. I don't want to say hate because I don't hate vampire movies. I just, like I said, as of right now, if I think about it, if you want to break it down into subgenres and all that other shit, and break them down, if you want to call vampires creatures or whatever else, you can break it down into that. So where it's just that vampire subgenre, least favorite.
Yeah. I mean, vampire movies are not your thing, but you have to have like a favorite out of the bunch, though. Still, right?
Out of vampire movies?
Yeah. What would that be?
I'd have to think because I got to see something.
It has to be a violent one.
Like,
is it the one where they're in the snow?
Oh, the one like Alaska.
30 days. Is that 30 days something?
Yeah, when she was like, "Oh my god," and the guy's like, "Oh no god." Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that movie's fucked up. That was violent.
Mm-hmm. No, it was violent.
Actually, you know what? Abigail wasn't bad. That came out earlier.
Abigail was all right.
Yes,
Abigail was interesting. It was like
30 Days of Night.
30 Days of Night. Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
See, that's the vampire movies I like. I like when they're actually vampires killing people, ripping them apart and shit.
But I like the adventure ones too. I mean, Lost Boys is still like a
Lost Boys is good.
No,
Lost Boys wasn't bad. But then there's some that's just too kissy, hug. I don't like that bullshit. I want to see.
Yeah, that's why
you're a vampire. You got these fucking big ass teeth. Rip them apart.
Did you like Queen Damned?
Queen of the Damned? I never seen it. I never watched it.
You never seen Queen of the Damned?
Never seen it.
No.
Okay. That is. Yeah, it's Aaliyah, but then she died and her brother took over. Dressed like her.
So what now?
Oh, so I should have said nothing. I should have let you guys watch it. You're like, oh my god, this bitch is hot.
Are you sure?
But so Aaliyah was recording this movie.
No, I know she died during the movie.
Halfway through or something like that, she died, and so they got her brother to be the sub.
Fact check this.
Dress in and
problem, so I'm trying to get you to pronounce that "ma" out of your mouth instead of that "bra" part.
Brother, her brother, her sibling, her brother.
Well,
dressed up as her for the movie. That's what I heard years ago when it came out.
Wow.
So if you went in and you're like, God damn, Aaliyah is fine and all that shit. I mean, like, hey, I'm not judging if you do anyway, but I'm saying at that time it threw a lot of people were like, yo, that was a joke going around. People didn't know. So people are saying it like, yo,
you have to play expecting a certain series of pitches and stuff. You can't you can't. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that one was
okay. So hold up. I had the.
Is it fake?
It's mixed up. He did the dubbing for some of her lines, but they had a body double for her.
Oh, it was the lines? So was it the body?
Yeah. See, but what happened though? James heard it exactly how he said it. You got to think of shit of when we grew up. We grew up in an era before the internet, before the internet was the way the internet is now, to where someone just heard just that Aaliyah's brother, Queen of the Dead. That's all they heard. That's all they pulled from that whole shit, and that became the whole. You know how people are.
True.
Yeah.
It's like the telephone game.
True. I should have looked it up.
Game. Yeah. And I was one of those kids in the telephone game, and I'd probably be that same adult in that telephone game. Where you tell me one thing, I'm like, yeah, Tyrone smokes crack, and then just pass it down. Like, what the fuck? Like, who said that? I don't know how that got mixed up.
Yeah,
but that movie from Dusk to Dawn is a great vampire movie.
Dusk to Dawn, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
is that
I want to see what Salma Hayek.
Is that who wrote that or directed it?
Was that Quentin Tarantino? Quentin Tarantino, because
that's
in that movie, because there's a meme where Salma Hayek's like pouring liquor. He does a shot off her foot or some shit. He has a foot fetish.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because in every movie, it's like something to do with feet.
Yeah, Death Proof. A lot of feet in Death Proof. Also,
that's part of Ganja and Hess that pissed me off. That I need to see like a big ass foot on somebody's face plant. I mean, but anyway.
And then a toe ring. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. This is just.
No, but the way that movie ended, where they, when they pull off and they got like all that chaos behind that damn twisted titty bar. That's such a badass damn movie sequence right there, man.
I was so happy when this movie just went when it was over. When it was over with, when I got to close that window, close that chapter of my life. That was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
It seemed really long. It's so long. Minutes. I hit pause to see because I was like, wait a minute, how long is this movie? And I clicked it just to check the time.
An hour felt like an hour for sure.
It felt fucking longer than 2 hours, man.
It did.
I was dragging.
They could have cut about 49 minutes of that movie off. Because there was a lot of scenes again where it was just playing music and a whole lot of nothing was going on. It was wasting a lot.
I'm sitting there just drinking wine,
wasting time, and cut all that shit out. Cut it down to 2 minutes. You don't need every scene being this long, extravagant scene, especially when there's nothing going on. Really, there's nothing of importance going on. There's no storytelling. There's nothing. It sucks.
Yeah, it could have been short for sure. I could have told that whole story in about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just remember another part that bothered the shit out of me. There's no fucking way any man in the world did this. After the sex scene, he wakes up out of fucking nowhere to run upstairs in the attic where there's another bedroom with a bed. But that's not my problem. My problem is who the fuck after sex wakes up and has a pair of jeans on, but nothing else. No socks, no shirt. It's just a pair of jeans. Who puts their fucking jeans, sleeps with their jeans on after sex? Wouldn't you both be naked? She's butt-ass naked.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. That would be...
I'm like, why has he got jeans on? I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? Like, what's going on here? He didn't just put them on. He threw the blankets up, jumped out of the bed with the jeans on, then ran up the fucking attic. Ran up into the attic. I'm like, the fuck is going on here? I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were so free in the 70s and stuff of camera work and stuff. I mean, they showed it way more than I wanted to see. And
they did.
Yeah.
They showed everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like that back then. Yeah. Ugh.
Yep.
The bad. I still can't get over this motherfucker brushing his teeth. Not brushing his teeth in the tub. That doesn't necessarily. But it's rinsing it up. Like you couldn't just turn the fucking water on and rinse it off under there. Rinse your hand.
He needed that dirty ass water with funk and Irish Spring combined in whatever. Yeah, it was.
After all that.
Like, yo, listen. We need you to do this scene. We need you to get naked. Like, okay. Get in the tub. Okay. Brush your teeth. Okay.
But he was the director of the movie, so he's looking at himself in the mirror, telling himself that shit. Okay.
No, what it was what it no. What it was is he came with that bullshit, was asking every other dude in there to do it. They were like, "Fuck no, what's wrong with you?" He's like, "I guess I gotta do it myself."
Yo, in every scene, he's sweating up a storm, so you know his balls and his ass is full of sweat. He got swamp ass, and he has a couple sex scenes, so there's that.
Yeah, but plus now he got gingivitis.
No,
more
so fucking nasty. That scene was nasty as hell, man. I can't believe
you got more than gingivitis. You got all kinds of shit.
Ricketts, and
well, he can't die. He's immortal. I guess you take it that way. It don't matter. He can't get sick or nothing.
Did that matter?
His breath would be kicking though. He smell like swamp ass.
I don't know, man. I feel like if vampires do that shit, they should just lose all their vampire powers.
If you drink bath water, you lose your powers, you nasty fuck.
I mean, your own especially. I know that sounds weird, but still, like, fuck that. Not drinking the bath. You're brushing your teeth and rinsing your mouth.
Honestly, I honestly never understood baths anyways. You're bathing in your own dirt. I always said that.
It just makes no sense.
Now, I understand for relaxation, but not to clean. Like, you know how some people relax, like, just sit there, like, soak. That's fine. But bathing, you're washing all the dirt off you and it's still there. You're just putting it back on. So that's why I don't understand about baths.
Bathe, that's fine, but you still got to finish off the shower.
Yeah, stand up and turn the shower off, rinse that shit off or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but fuck this movie.
I'm
wasting my fucking afternoon.
Oh, man. I got no words for this movie. I have no more words for this movie. Again, watch at your own risk. That's all I got for this shit. Just watch at your own risk. But I will say this, guys. House Shark this Friday, midnight. It's a weird ass movie. I did watch it before. I've seen it before. I haven't seen it in a few years. But that's gonna be on Sturdovision.
Oh, that's funny. You mentioned shark. My wife just got back from Cape Cod, and she bought me a new hot sauce, the spicy shark.
Nice.
Well, there you go. I went with your movie.
See that? That was great. See. When did she? Oh, she just got back today.
Yeah, she got back today
because she knew House Shark was coming up. She's excited, just like I am.
Yeah, but I may be around to see this. It has
sure.
Is Sinbad in this one?
No, this has nothing to do with Sinbad. This is an indie movie right here.
Shockingly, I don't think Tara Reid's in this one either.
Nah, she's not.
So it's like Sharknado inside a house.
No, it's
funnier. It's weird.
It's weird. It's strange. It's shark. It's a shark.
It's basically what that picture shows you. The shark. I can't even explain it. The shark just pops out of nowhere, just bigger than the room it's in.
I don't want to spoil it.
It's so fucking weird.
How big is this house?
It's decent size.
Decent one family size house.
I think one family flat. I can't remember how many bedrooms and all that, but I will say this: bring your swimmies, people. Bring your swimmies.
Get your floaty. Get your ducky.
Waters. Yeah. Be brave when you watch this movie too. I don't want anybody getting all scared and shit. Well, I do, but be brave, people. Be brave. Because there's gonna be a watch party in the Sturdovision Discord, and to get there, which I do have to drop the link in there. I'm gonna work on that though. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it after this episode. You sign up for the free tier of the Horror Research 30 Patreon. That's how you can join the Discord. It'll be right in there. But I think we're gonna wrap this one up.
Okay.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Check out Troy Hill Talks. Link is in the description. Check out Popcorn and Pints. Link is in the description. Of course, check out Horror Research 30. And we'll be back Friday at midnight discussing House Shark. And if you do choose to watch Ganja and Hess, good luck and peace. I'll see you in your nightmares.
Peace.